What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to create a recruiting agency with zero experience. Okay guys, if you don't follow my channel or if you're brand new to this channel, if you don't know who I am at all whatsoever, my name is Ben Nader and we do videos on entrepreneurship, finance, real estate, investing, recruiting, software, business, anything making money online or business we do videos on it. If you like that kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel right now because you definitely want more of this content. Okay guys, so I'm gonna get right into this one. This is super awesome because I love explaining out precisely how you can actually start a recruiting agency with zero, zip, nada, nothing as far as experience, because it comes from my own personal experience and it comes from over 1,000 students we've helped in Recruiter Empire in our program on how to literally create a 6 or 7 figure agency with no experience at all. All right, guys. So number one here is understand that your lack of experience is actually an opportunity, right? So see the fact that you have no experience as an opportunity to grow and to learn and to challenge yourself, right? If you're a true entrepreneur, and I believe that you are, I'm just going to go with that fact. You will embrace and jump right into the fire. You'll jump right into the challenge and you'll rise to the occasion. That's what I did when I started my agency. That's what a ton of our students do. That's what anyone does when they build a big business and create something super crazy profitable. They utilize their inexperience as an opportunity to jump all over something brand new that they have no clue about, but they're ready to learn. They're hungry. So utilize that inexperience as an opportunity. I want to give you just one example of that. The business world is ever changing, right? The business world is literally altering things all the time, right? It's always coming up with new technologies, new ways of doing business, new types of businesses, all that kind of stuff. But in recruiting, let's say, right, there are certain ways to do things that are also evolving. And if you're a dead set in your ways entrepreneur, I don't know, maybe you started 20 years ago, whatever, and you think you know everything about everything, that's fine and dandy. But if you're a younger fledgling entrepreneur or just an entrepreneur that knows that they don't know what they don't know, that's the best opportunity in the world because you're malleable. You're ready to learn. Your mind is open to the challenge, right? So I just want to kind of explain why that's an opportunity and why that's really good for you to start your recruiting agency. All right, so step number 2, identify a niche or 3 niches, as I like to say. You should never have less than 3 niches as you start your recruiting agency. So identify 3 areas that you think you will be able to place people in. This could be a place that you've come from. Maybe you're an IT person. Maybe you're someone that's come from manufacturing. I don't know. But whatever it is, you identify 3 areas in which you can place, right? And generally, these are going to be on the scale of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, 3 being the highest, right? You want to be between tier 1 and tier 2. They're the easiest to place. They're the fastest to place. And they're going to keep you closest to the money, meaning you get paid the fastest, right? So identify 3 different niches that you can actually place people in. That's your next step. You can think of this as solving a problem, right? So always be solutions oriented. So when you're looking at this and you're identifying like what niches you want to play around in, think about solving the problems in those niches, right? If you come from, let's say, freight brokering, and you know that there's a huge gap in the need for more freight brokers, right? And you're like, I'm going to solve problems there because I've come from that place and I know what they need. Be solutions oriented, make that one of your niches, right? So think solutions oriented, think ways that you can solve problems in these niches, and you'll be so much better off. All right, step number 3. This is critical. Focus on your strengths and actually just identify your strengths. And a caveat to that is also identifying places that you could actually improve upon, right? Where are you best? Where can you improve? Know these things. Self-awareness, self-understanding is critical in business, because if you know that you're amazing at setting up a business and structuring a business and building out your logo and your website and all the core elements of the business, right? And you're not the best at outreach, right? Like reaching out for new business or getting new clients, right? Understand that there are mentors. There are people that can guide you and help you. And on this channel, we talk a lot about recruiting because that's where I got my start and have made the majority of my money in recruiting, right? Then created Recruiter Empire, which is where we teach thousands of students literally how to create six-figure agencies. With that said, understand where you're weak, where you might need some help, right? Because you are going to need eventually a mentor, someone who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, knows exactly all the pitfalls so that you don't make them. But it's equally important to know your strengths, to know exactly where you are strong, exactly to know where you are really, really good and you can actually ace it, right? You need no help in that space. You're really, really good. But there's this other area where you can kind of pick up the slack, right? At least from somebody else that's been there, done that, has the blueprint for it, right? And all that kind of stuff. So understand where you're really good, understand where you have areas for improvement, and you'll be set. All right, so number 4, market research. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of a downer on this. This is not like something crazy. This isn't something you need to do like hours and hours and hours upon market research. You don't need to do that to start your recruiting agency. You don't need to look around and be like, oh my God, I need to spend, the time it would take to write a thesis on market analysis, right? That's not necessary. I tell people this all the time. Just go at it and do it, right? And see what works and see what doesn't, right? So market analysis, though, spend some time on it. Understand what niches are going to be hot, what niches are going to be really kind of cold, and the ones that are easiest, lowest barrier of entry, at least at the beginning, okay? I'm not talking about going in and staying in those niches forever, but maybe your first 3 months, that's where you make a boatload of money. Maybe make $50,000 there in the low-hanging niches, right? Or niches that are easier to get into before you jump into like healthcare, law, or finance, or things like that, right? But maybe you can hybrid it. Maybe you can hybrid the whole thing and be doing lower tier niches with higher tier niches. And maybe you can maximize it out like that. But market analysis is something that you should put some light on, but not spend a whole lot of time dealing with. All right, so I want to give you step number 5. And this is basically writing an outline of exactly how you want your business to run. I'm not going to use the word business plan because I hate business plans. Business plans are stupid. There's no reason for them unless you need to get a loan from the bank. You don't need to write a business plan. Write an outline of exactly what you want your business to do, who your business is going to serve, what agency is your business going to be to your clients, right? Is it going to be the agency that solves problems for XYZ niches? Is it going to be the agency that does this, and that? Like, what are you going to be to people? Just write it down on paper so you know and you fulfill that prophecy as you write it down. Super critical to understanding exactly kind of who you are. But I am kind of like briefly brushing over that because at the end of the day, it's not critical to your entire operation of building a recruiting agency from scratch with zero nada experience. You don't need to write a complete outline, business plan, huge analytics, everything like that. Don't spend your time doing that. Don't do it. Just write out an outline of what you need to do, what type of things are going to happen next, here, there, here, all that kind of stuff, which is all the stuff that we do in Recruiter Empire for you, basically taking you by the hand and taking you through the entire process of building your agency with you. All right, so number 6 is test the market. And this is like the most fun part of building your recruiting agency, testing the market. So what does this mean? You need to do some business development. My friend, this means sending out messaging, right? Sending out your basic core value proposition to your prospective clients, seeing if they bite, seeing if they like the messaging, seeing if they like interact with you or respond to you, right? We need to test the market, right? So if I wanted to go into biotech, which I'm not in biotech, right? But I wanted to test the market and see if I can get clients out of biotech, I would start testing the market. I would send messages. I would connect with people in biotech on LinkedIn. I would do those sorts of things, right? You got to test the market to see if the market's going to bounce back and reply to you, right? Or if you test the market and you just get crickets, like nothing, you just know that specific niche or market is not going to bite for you. But you've got hundreds of other niches that you can get bites from and actually get clients, agreements, place people, and get paid. All right, so number 7, get comfortable with failure. Understand that you're going to get a lot of no's. This is great. This is really good. Number 1, it means that your messages, like your email, is actually delivering. So systems are actually in place and proper. That's really, really good. So actually just get comfortable with these objections, right? People saying no, rejecting you, telling you that it's not a good fit, it's not going to work, because every single rejection or failure, quote unquote, is disguised as a lesson, right? Understand that the lesson to come out of that is, maybe I reached out to the wrong niche, or maybe I sent an email that didn't exactly resonate with that person and I should change the email, right? Or maybe you were just reaching out in the wrong methodology, right? The wrong sequence and cadence and the stuff that we teach in our program, Recruiter Empire. So maybe things were off, but rejection is something you should eat for breakfast, just like feedback. Eat feedback for breakfast and you'll just get better and better and better, right? That's how you need to learn. You can only learn by failing, by learning lessons. All right, so my last one here for you on starting a recruiting agency from scratch with nada, zero experience whatsoever. Get a mentor. Get a mentor, somebody to ride you through the whole process, right? There is a learning curve involved in starting an agency, right? A whole rainbow, right? We need to flatten the curve. That's what happens when you get a mentor. A mentor flattens the entire curve, tells you exactly what to do, and gets you from point A to point Z, literally with point Z being $100,000, right? So flattening this curve, having somebody have your back the entire time, showing you every single thing, every angle, every nook and cranny there is in recruiting and staffing is critical, right? It's been crucial for over 1,000 students of ours that we've helped literally get to 6 and 7 figures in recruiting and staffing. So get a mentor, right? Get somebody, whether it's with us or somebody else, network, find a mentor, find something that works for you, and be able to understand that that curve can be flattened. So you don't have to deal with learning and failing. Like that can take you a year, right? To get to the point where you want to be, or even years. But our students literally hit like $100,000 months in just like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, right? Because we flatten the curve. We take away the challenges. We take away the pitfalls. We know what works. We know what doesn't, all that kind of stuff. So get a mentor. That's critical, right? So that's one big thing that you can do when you have zero experience starting a recruiting agency. All right, that's it. That's everything right there. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope there was nuggets in it for you. I hope it was valuable. If so, please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel for more of this content. And if you're not already in our Recruiter Empire Facebook group, you most definitely want to be. There's a link right down below the video for Recruiter Empire. Click that link, join the group. You'll be on our next member of the group of 15,000. We'd love to see you in there, and I will see you guys next time.